Hey everybody. I have revised one of my recipes. It was a large batter of the fluid, the hot process stick blender, the fluid one. That you'll see I have the video up on that. Maybe I'll just take it down or whatever. But that was like a very large batch. And so I decided I didn't want to make that much, so I revised the recipe, and I used a soap calculator to do that. And so I've come up with this recipe, and we're going to see how it goes. But it is a hot process. It is stick blender fluidity method, and so we'll see how we do here. Alright, I've got my oils all melted, and I'll add my lye. So, with this recipe, I've discounted the water. This water, normally like something like this would be, I don't know, 40 or 50 ounces of water, 40 something ounces of water. Well, I've discounted it, and this is 16 ounces. So the other will be my yogurt. That's going to be my additional fluid, but not right now. So, but I'll go through the recipe in just a bit. So stick blend. Okay, so it's been about almost 10 minutes, maybe 8 or 9, maybe 8 minutes, and a commercial stick blender would be good, but with a bigger motor. But so fluidity method is keep the batter moving, fluid all the time. Now the stick blender, the motor on that got hot, so just so you know, if you have 2 stick blenders, you could you know, switch off. Unfortunately, my other stick blender died the other day, so I'm down to 1, but Okay, I will shut my crock pot off now because the heat is actually what is your friend right now. It's making this very thick. So I'll shut my crock pot off and I'll just work with it like this. Alright, so if you looked at my other video, it's like keeping the batter moving all the time. Keep it fluid, and then when you get to this stage, it's very hard to work with, but it's okay. So okay. Now in here I have 32 ounces of yogurt, and it's just the plain. So that's my other liquid, that 32 ounces. That goes in the liquid column. So when you're figuring it out, and like when I was sitting there figuring it all out, it didn't do this, but I'll just do for instance. Say your water was 50 ounces. Okay, so your yogurt is 32 ounces. So subtract 32 from 50, and that would be the lye water that you should be mixing up. I hope that made some kind of sense. But and it's the same way with making really any soap. If you, for instance, if you need 40 ounces of water in your recipe, but you want to make a goat's milk, so like 10 ounces of goat's milk, so that would be only 30 ounces of water is what you would need. Okay, I'm back. Well, that was almost a catastrophe. And I have to be honest with you. Thought ran through my mind, well, I haven't thrown a batch of soap in the garbage in a long time. So maybe this is going to be the one that I got to throw away. But what I did was I just took some out and put it in another bowl, and it left me a little bit more room. I used my mashed potato masher, I used my electric mixer, I used my stick blender. My stick blender, the motor was hot, so I couldn't keep on using it. But anyway, so I just kept working with it and working with it and working with it, and it looked really nasty. Like on a score of 1 to 10, a 10. It was nasty. I really thought I was going to have to throw it away. But I kept mixing it with my mixer and smashing it with my old potato smasher. It was my mother's. It came in handy for this, I'll tell you. And then I stick blended, and then I mashed, and I just kept, and it's I just tested it with phenolphthalein, and it's almost there. So anyway, I turned the camera back on just to tell you that. What did I learn from this? Okay, I learned keep going, and you'll know if you got to give it up or not. But just keep going if you ever get in a situation like this. So what am I going to do next time? Next time I'm not going to stick blend it quite as long. I'm going to cut the heat off sooner than I did. The recipe, I'm going to leave it the same, and I'm going to do that all over again, but I'm just not going to stick blend it as much, and I am going to reduce the heat. So it looked like it was going to be a really nasty brown soap, the batter, and which is okay too, because I make several of the natural soaps, the burdock, today I'm making dandelion, but not burdock, but I'm making dandelion. And for the herbal soaps and the natural ones, I always do, people just like it when it's dark or brown or something. So that's okay. The color is kind of pukey, but not real bad. It's creamy. It's like a tan. It's really not bad. You just had to keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it and whipping it and beating it and smashing it and blend it and stir it and stick it, and it was a workout is what it was. But okay, but next time I don't know if I'll have the same problem, but I will let you know. I'll do a part 2 to this series. So hot process, stick blend, fluidity times 2 or something like that. Anyway, so I'm trying to make a bad thing into a good thing, and so it's a good thing. I've got the heat off now on this, and as you can see, it's creamy. It looks really yummy. It is fluid, and so I think it's good. I do think we're gonna recover. All right, temperature 168. That's another thing. I'm going to make a note. 140 is a good temperature to keep in mind for like adding milk. So I think I will add the yogurt when it gets a little bit cooler, and then that will give me white. And then, not that this is bad or anything, but it'll give me white, and then I can do colors. I can do different swirls and colors. With this, you can do swirls. If this was white, you can do all sorts of colors, which is cool. That's what you want. And the soap will be ready to use in a week. Just let it sit for a week, and it'll be ready to use, and it's a nice soap. It's got all good stuff in it. And I'm going to hold off on giving you the recipe, but there's all good oil. Avocado oil, hemp oil, castor oil, coconut oil, lard, olive oil, pumpkin seed oil. I think I got this at Walmart. I saw it, and it was, looking at me, and I thought, well, I'm gonna try that. And see, pumpkin seed oil, shea butter, and sunflower. So okay, the oils in that, the ingredients are good, and I do think I wouldn't hesitate at all to try this again another time and just lower the temp when I'm working with it, and hold off on the yogurt till a little bit later when it's cooler, and somewhere near 140 thereabouts. And I think it's going to be good. I'm not just dilly-dallying around. There's just a few little chunks like the size of a pea. They're not chunks, they're little pieces, and I'm just trying to smush them and tell you too about my almost boo-boo, but it really wasn't. There's so many recipes out there on fluidity and stuff, and going through all the different phases, applesauce, mashed potato, you know, all that. And this one, you didn't have to go through all the different stages. It just went through that one nasty stage. That's enough, actually. But I'm going to try and avoid that next time, and I will do a part 2 and see if the way I have to fix this situation, if that works. And that's mainly temperature, bringing down the temperature, and adding the yogurt later, and little things like that. But it really isn't too bad, but I thought it was going to be bad. There's some little pieces in there. Okay. So, but isn't it creamy? It looks like really nice. I think it's going to be good. Okay, so this is dandelion. Dandelion is very beneficial to the skin. Burdock, good for eczema, psoriasis, and rashes, skin problems. So, alright. And if I have any left over, I'm going to make sea salt, and I always add that last too. I never put that, you know, earlier in the stage. Now let me just see here. Where can I put this? Alright. I know. I'll put that there. Put you guys over here. Sorry. Hope I don't make you dizzy. Okay. So. But never give up, huh? I think that's it today. Never give up. So I have burdock powder, or burdock. I have dandelion powder in here, and I'm actually, you know, kind of anxious to try this again, and make sure that I end up with white, so I can do colors and do swirls. Okay, that's it right there. So, not too bad. And this one is going to be my sea salt. Himalayan sea salt recipe, which I make all the time. And in a hot process soap, let me tell you, well, two things with hot process: adding your milk or yogurt later, and I add my salt like right now. Okay, so I have pink Himalayan sea salt. But it ended up not being bad at all. It just was hairy there for a little while. This would have been, just think, this would have been great if it would have been white, because I had my micas all set to go. I could have done some nice swirls and nice colors with this. It's a workable batter like you need for doing swirls. And so I'm kind of looking forward to doing this again, even though it was kind of nasty there for a while. But I have quite a few soaps that are like brown, coffee being one, and burdock, and so this is just the natural line here. And some sea salt for the top. And that's it. Well, that was a good recovery. It's like, thank you, Lord. And I don't really know. I just kind of, you just go by your intuition. I just kept mixing and mixing and mixing and using my beaters, my stick blender, my potato masher, that big spoon I had, and I just didn't let it go, even though it looked so nasty. I didn't let it go, but I did take some out of here and put it in a bowl, and then I stick blended what was in the bowl, and that turned out pretty good. So I added that back to the batter and just did the whole thing. So it was good. But anyway, Thank you for watching my almost boo-boo. And I hope if you get a boo-boo, I hope yours goes as well as this one today did, because sometimes you have to throw it in the garbage, and you hate doing that. So big letdown, and cost-wise too. But thankfully it ended up all right. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and like me. And maybe next week I'm going to be doing a challenge, so look for that. And also my potato water liquid soap, I'll be doing a video on that, and I'll be doing a video on my soap calculator. So I have those 3 things to work on and get that out up to you. And so anyway, have a great day. Thanks for watching.